alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Cousins. Being chased out left. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Play action now, Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Complete. Jefferson the target. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Throwing, Cousins. Quick hitch, complete. It's Osborne. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength. That's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Third and goal for Cousins. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Joseph's got it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Five yards remain on second down.
Now Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Again, it's Cook, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. To throw is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Saints are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Jameis now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Again, it's Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, again, he's got that man Landry. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll throw again. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense. They'll keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins again.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Winston. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To the air again with Winston. And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Following the interception, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw is Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action. Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Winston from the gun on third down. It's Hill, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
The first down throw for Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry from 19 yards away. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident they haven't allowed a point this half. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. Here's Cousins.
This ball complete to Rager. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing is Cousins.
Thrown toward the sideline, and Jefferson's got it.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 44, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Again, it's Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
From the 25 on second down, Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Throwing here, Cousins. Rolling to his left. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On play action, Cousins. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Cousins here to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.